I think they turned out pretty good. I mean, they're not Google Translate is not telling me what it is. Get the wrong color, but it looks like this. And on this side, just made myself a coffee. Oh, it's still nice and warm. In this cup that I found, I've showed you a few times. I just love like how it's see-through and it's got the like double glass. I'm gonna make myself some brunch, seeing as it's like late for breakfast, early for lunch. So Stanzie people know what brunch is. But I'm gonna make myself some French toast because I had bought some bread rolls last week to eat my burgers. If you watch my vlogs, you remember I was eating my burgers, and then I have now leftover bread that normally I throw out. I know it's bad, but I always remember my sister always makes French toast. She always remembers to do it. I just never remember. Maybe because she cooks for more than one person. So I thought, let's make some French toast today. I'll probably use 2 of the breads. So the way I make French toast, I thought we'll make it together. We always use stale-ish bread that like I'm not really gonna eat because it's not that soft. It actually isn't too bad. It's softer than I thought. But you know, tear it. We're gonna use the hands. We're not gonna use a knife. Tear it in half, and let me bring you a little bit closer. I really have no idea how to like hook it on to record from the top. So this is our angle. Okay, I'm going to do 2 eggs that we just break into a bowl, as you will. I've got the jumbo eggs because they're my fave. Now if you fancy, you use a whisk. If you're me, you use a fork. Whisk it all together. This doesn't spill out. A dash of milk. I find that the milk makes it like, I don't know, a little bit fluffier. Not that I'm making eggs, but the milk gives you more to use. Then I put Vegeta in here. Probably, I don't know, half a teaspoon or so. It's kind of, you know what, everything is measured by how it looks. You think, does that look enough? I don't know, I'll put more. If it doesn't, you know what I mean? I feel like it needs a little bit more. I also add in pepper. Oh, that pepper's done. I always add pepper as well. Mix that in. And then pick a herb. Today I am doing thyme. I think my sister did rosemary when she did hers. Just pick any herb. Any herb that you like. And now we're good to go. Alright, next up we're going to grease the pan. Don't judge my pan, it's seen better days. Oil in there. I don't like to use olive oil because I actually only like olive oil in salads because I don't like the flavour it gives food. When that's hot, we're going to donkey the bread. And I donkey on both sides. Excuse me, fork, I'm going to need you later. And what my mum taught me was, you don't drown it in the bread because it won't cook. So you've got to kind of like just lightly sort of touch the top. I don't know what you guys do, but that's what my mum taught me. But I do put it in that way first. Kind of make sure all of it. It's hard to record at the same time. But yeah, do that sort of thing. You're missing some there. And then, I do the chunky side down first. Got a little bit left. Do a flippity flip. But look at this cuteness. Look at him. Yeah, you're so cute. You can keep napping. Oh. I've been sipping on my coffee whilst I was making the food, but I think they turned out pretty good. I mean, they're not the best thing to look at, but they still look pretty good as long as they're cooked through. So it counts for me. Also, you have to have some plain yogurt, not the sweet one. See, I don't eat my French toast sweet. I like it savory. That's how we've just always had it. I don't have any Avard at home My mum doesn't have any too, she ran out. Normally I'd put a bit of Ava on here, but I eat it with my yogurt. So, for example, get some yogurt on your spoon, take a bite, yogurt, and the two flavors together just mesh so well. But if you want just a taste of that, I do feel like I put a little bit too much vegeta. I think I got a little bit happy. You know, like when I'm recording, I don't pay that much attention, so it's a little bit on the salty side, so I would put a little bit less. And if you don't have vegeta, use some herbs. But also, let me know how you guys make it. Do you have a special ingredient? Most people I know eat them sweet. Like when I'm on holidays and the hotels have them for the breakfast, I eat it sweet too. But normally, no, we don't. Good morning, guys. It's my morning face. I just had a shower. I'm gonna try and let my hair air dry a little bit. Do I need to straighten it? I don't know. We'll see how we go. But I'm gonna try and let it air dry as much as possible to avoid like putting extra heat on it. I made a coffee just now. I just took my clothes to get washed downstairs and I saw my mum had something in the kitchen that looked covered with a towel, and I'm like, oh, she must have baked something this morning. This morning I literally like slept. Chippy had me up what time? I don't even know. It was dark when I could hear him licking his paws. I kicked him off the bed and then I literally slept through. My nephew Christian had texted me at 7:30 in the morning and I did not hear the text. And I always, like, my phone is always on silent, but I always like hear the rumble of the vibration when someone texts me. Did not hear that. The post office texted me, did not hear that. Christian actually needed me to give him a lift somewhere. Luckily he got his brother to do it. Otherwise I'm hoping he would have called me, because then I would have like definitely have heard it. But actually when I woke up I still had time. But anyways, and the reason I stayed up so late, well, I was actually editing last night, but I finished editing a reasonable time. Let's say midnight, which for me nowadays is a reasonable time. However, then went to bed and I started reading a new book that I'm getting into, and I stayed up to like 1:30 reading, and oh my gosh, I'm like, Stanzie, why? Like the book's not going anywhere. But you know, like when you get really into it, it's one of those Colleen Hoover books, and when you get into it, oh, actually it's her newest book. I have no idea what the name was. Remember something? If I remember, I can pop on the screen for you guys. But I was looking at like what books I can get, and I was looking at her older books, and they were all like in the $15 range, which I don't like to spend. On my Kindle, I like to spend like $2. Also, I don't have money to spend on stuff like that, but I do like to read, so whatever I can find, you know, that's what I try and get. And this book said $1.50, and I was like, and it's a 2022 book, and I thought, a 2020 book? $1.50 is the cheapest I've seen. So I was like, I'm gonna get it. I checked how many pages, like it looked like there was enough pages that it was actually a book, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get it. Like maybe the storyline is that horrible that no one wants to read and it's so cheap, or maybe it was on sale, I don't know. But I grabbed it, and so I've been reading it for the last couple of nights, and I'm just over halfway, and I seem to like it. It's a very interesting storyline, and I feel like it's one that if you're a mum, you would probably look at things differently to someone who's not a mum, maybe. I don't know, but I will pop it on the screen. And if you guys have read the book, let me know your comment. Look at me, I always get distracted when I'm telling a story. So as I was saying, I was in my mum's kitchen. I saw she had a tray covered in a towel, and I was like, she has baked something, and I didn't smell it. And then I saw it was this. So I cut myself a piece. It's like I guess you can say, people know the word burek, so we do all different versions of burek, and this is like, it's like when you make bread, you know, you knead it and you make it, and then she makes it with pras, which I don't even know what that is in English. Mind you, English is my first language, but some of the stuff, you know, when your parents have been saying it forever in one language, that's how I learned it. Google Translate is not telling me what it is, but it's something that's similar to green onion, but it's not green onion, and it's not leek. So I'm not sure. If you know what it is, comment and let me know down below. And I always have that with a little bit of yogurt, because, you know, they work really well together. Very excited to have this. I was going to make eggs, but I'm like, woohoo, I've got something already made. Also, let me know if you guys grew up with a family that also speaks a different language other than English. Or even vice versa, were you taught words that then you didn't really know what they were in English? Because we always have a laugh with like my sister and my cousins about how our parents would have said something in one way and we literally thought that was how you say it in English. And there have been times when we've gone to the store and asked for that in that language, thinking that it was English, and it wasn't, and it's been funny. I guess I guess you had to be there. But anyways, I'm going to be having my breakfast now. I've just uploaded a video, so I'm going to check if there's any comments to respond to, and I will catch you guys soon. It's such a beautiful warm day today that I'm like tossing up. One moment I'm wearing like just my t-shirt, the next thing I'm putting this on top. Like when I'm like outside, it's so sunny and beautiful. I just hung my clothes on the air dryer thing at the front, and the sun's going to get to them, so I'm so excited they will dry. But also I was just about to do my makeup and the Shein stuff came, so I want to show you guys because I got something that's gonna makeup wise. So let's start off with that. I'll show you. I only got a couple of things, and if you guys are watching my last video, I returned the other pink shoes and I got other ones. But first I want to show you, I got this Insta Ready SheGlam. So SheGlam is their makeup range, and I saw that they had some, and sometimes I'm like, oh, Shein, I don't know. But I looked at some of the reviews like on the website of the powder, and they had such really good reviews, and I thought, you know what, for the price that it's at, let me try it out. If you guys watch, you know, most of my videos, you know I'm nearly out of powder, so I really want to try it. So this is a face setting powder, and it's an under eye setting powder. So let's open it. I will let you know, because it's like a Shein product, it's not going to be one of those free of this, free of that. So there is talc in this. I just had a look at the ingredients. So if you're against all that stuff, don't get it. First we've got to try it out and see if we like it. Oh God, because I was too lazy to get up to get scissors, I'm tearing this apart. Right, so I got translucent because I just wasn't sure. They had shades. I just didn't know. I've been doing translucent lately because I'd rather know colour than get the wrong colour. But it looks like this. So it's a little like roundy majiggy, and so you've got little thing fell. You've got the top half has the powder, so that's the under eye setting powder, and then the bottom half, I'm assuming we do a bit of a turn, has the powder in there. That, oh, the good thing is it's got this thing actually turns, so you can open it and close it, which is great. So we will do the makeup now, and we'll definitely try it out because we really want to see if I like it or not. So I will share it with you guys. I like how it says Insta Ready. Now the shoes, I actually really like them. I already opened them up, and they're pink, of course, and they look like this. So I really like the heel. I feel like the heel is going to be comfortable because that's a block heel. It's chunky. They're patent pink. So originally I got satin because I liked it, but I actually don't mind the patent, and it's such a beautiful, like soft kind of bubblegumish pink. I feel like this will look good with denim as well, so I see myself getting some wear out of them. And they're just a little bit big. Like my foot fits fine. I could definitely walk in them. For some reason my right foot must be bigger because the right one kind of fits better. The left one, my foot keeps coming out. So I'm just going to get some of those, you know, those heel grips that you put in here, and then my foot should stay fine. They've got like a little cushion here, which is going to be nice. And because I got these in a 41, now normal size is a 40, but the 40 in those satin ones did not fit, so I thought I'll just size up in these, and maybe the 40 would have fit me in these ones, but never mind. They still fit me, which is good. And they're not actually wide make, but I don't normally get wide shoes because I don't really have the wide feet, but I feel like you could definitely stretch them out. I feel like they will look really well with my dress, and my bag's in the other room, but they should still go, so look out for the outfit. And I also got a couple of these. There were a couple of bucks just to help me that I'm going to make that. Remember when I was telling you guys I was going to make just over the door like a little floral sort of an arrangement of where I can like tag my Instagram pics. So I got a couple of those, so we'll see. Maybe we'll do that today. We'll see how we go, if I have enough stuff to like build it. But let's go do the makeup. I feel a little plain today without any jewelry. I already did primer, my Fit Me primer. We did that one. And now I'm going to do I'm just going to put my foundation. It's just a mixture of lots of things foundation. So we'll do that. And then once I've got that on, we will come back and do the powder. So the foundation is on, and I've let it set a little bit so I don't put the powder on top of like wet foundation. And I was just having a read up of like what this does. It's meant to be a matte setting powder. It's meant to be waterproof. It's meant to be smoothing, and it's also meant to be brightening. So we will see if it does all those things. So we're going to start off with the under eye one first. And I'm just going to use what I always use, my little like Tati fluffy thing. And I'm just, as you guys can see, it's white. So I'm just going to dunk a little bit in there. Okay. there's the powder puff thing, and we're just gonna pop it under the eyes. For now, I like it. It seems light, so it doesn't seem as heavy. Going on top. I'm just gonna give it one more little kind of pat through, and on this side. Let me have a look in the mirror. So my initial thought on that is that it's lightweight and not heavy at all. So compared to the Rimmel one that I used, the Rimmel is much more like a chalkier consistence. Like it's creamier, I guess, not chalkier, which means like a lot more comes off. So when I do put on my under eyes, I feel like it dries them out a little bit because a lot of product kind of goes on. So for now, it seems like a really light product. So we'll have to see how my concealer stays on. I'm wearing the Flower Beauty concealer, that one, and we'll see how the creasing goes. So now it's time to use the bottom powdery bit to do the rest on my face. So I've taken the little plastic off. It's got a little turn thing that gives you access to the powder. And you know what? I'm just gonna do the usual and just tap some into the lid there. And then I'm gonna pop some on here. Okay, not gonna try to do too much, and start from the bottom and kind of press it in. I'm going to do at least half the face before I see how I like it. Oh, actually instantly it's smoothing, it is. Oh wow. A little bit on the forehead. Looking into the mirror, I can see it's actually smoothed out my face, which I like. And it doesn't actually look heavy. I like it, and actually like the translucent because it keeps the color that I already had on. So my makeup doesn't look heavier with extra powder on top. So far, I actually like it. I like the fact that it looks lightweight, but it's done what it's done. All right, let's do the other side. I had every intention of doing a separate video for this, but I just don't have the patience to wait for that. So I'm really like trying to push it in so then it kind of taps into place and like push it in kind of like that rather than like smudge it down. A lot of the times I like to do like a brush for the neck because it's quicker. There's a lot more area to cover. Thoughts? I actually really like it. I mean, it's sitting really nicely. I guess the important factor is the fact that it's got on, it looks nice, number one. Second, it's going to have to be how my makeup's going to last throughout the day with this, like what's going to happen. Because also the powder, you know, kind of has to work with the foundation that you have on. So right now I do have on like a more of a matte-ish foundation. So I will definitely have to try out with some more, like maybe like the Charlotte Tilbury one as well. But for now, I really do like the finish it's giving me. Let's see how the bronzer works with it. I'm just going to use my little like travel Marc Jacobs bronzer and see how that kind of plays on top. Yeah, that's going on fine. I can see why people have given it good reviews. Have any of you guys actually tried it? And let me know if you have, what do you think? Or have you tried any of the other like SheGlam products? Because I did kind of have a look at them and I was like, should I try some other stuff? So I pretty much did most of the makeup. I used my Flower Beauty for my blush. And then I used a white eyeliner just in the inner eye waterline. This is a Rimmel brand. It's actually really good and it stays on really well. And now I'm just going to do some eyeliner on top. Oh, I actually did my eyeshadow. I used my Mauves by Juvia's Place palette. I really like the like shiny eye that it has in there. And so now I'm just going to use a pencil eyeliner. My favorite pencil eyeliner, which is now discontinued, is the Marc Jacobs one. It is the best eyeliner. Like it's a gel eyeliner. It is so good, but they've discontinued it now. I also usually use this one. It's a Smashbox one. That one goes on really nicely too. And ones for like in the good like price sort of range, Revlon is actually a really good one too. Revlon, like we've been using it for years. My friends and I have used Revlon since like I can remember. And the Color Stay, the eye pencil, is such a great one. Sometimes I like to use liquid, but I feel like sometimes the liquid gives like a nice sharp line, whereas when you use a pencil, it gives a more of a smudged look and therefore like, I don't know, a little bit more smoky-ish and kind of blending in with the eye. So then I just go over I actually just hold my eye out so then I can get a nice smooth effect, but like I don't really do a cat eye or anything. I don't do a wing. I just kind of leave it out a little bit to the end and I smudge it out, and I feel like you can tell it's quite a difference when you put on eyeliner, especially because I'm not doing lashes today. I feel like it will make my eyes stand out more. And then I just go in with one of these little angled brushes and I just like I do like a gentle kind of smoky wing, and I smoke it all out a little bit, like as in I blend it all out, so therefore it's just a nice soft eye look, even though I have like a sort of brighty colour. But this one stays on really well as well. I'm going to do the same to the other eye. Then I'm going to use my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and we'll be back. So all of the makeup is now on. The powder still looks good. I mean, it's only been like 5 minutes, but the powder is still in place. It's still good, it's set. I just wanted to say, like, once it's set, because it takes a few minutes for it to actually sink into your skin, which it has, and I feel like it's a nice, like, natural finish. I'm not actually going to put any setting powder on top because I want to see what it's like how long it's going to last without the setting powder. I mean, without the setting spray. So I'm going to go about my day and then we'll come back and have a look and see how the face is doing, how the powder is faring. My face in winter, as it's winter now and it's not too humid, my face isn't really oily, so it's just pretty much normal and dry just around here. But apart from that, the rest is normal. So we will see how we go. Okay, so many hours have passed and first the powder. It's actually stayed on really nicely. Here where I've touched my nose a bit, it moved, but otherwise the under the eye, I can't really tell if it's the powder because every concealer that I have, and I've told you guys this, creases for now. I haven't found the perfect concealer yet. So when I do, then I'll be able to tell if the powder keeps it in place. But for now, this powder did not keep the concealer in place, but I mean, no powder has. So I feel like it is just the concealer. I mean, I know I have fine lines and nothing's gonna make them go away, but I want something less noticeable. So I need like a thinner product, I guess. So therefore, the chunkier, like the thicker the product, the more it goes into my fine lines. But anyways, on back to the powder, on my face, it actually stayed. So I do want to test, like, I feel like winter's a little bit of a cheat because I don't sweat as much and, you know, most of the makeup stays on nicely. So I'd really love to see how it works in summer when I'm sweaty all the time and I'm always whinging to you guys that I'm hot and sweaty, and I really would love to. So summer's not too far away, so we'll test it. I'm sure I'll have product left by then. If not, we'll repurchase it. I was also actually doing TikToks and stuff, so I was changing my clothes and I was trying on my outfits. So I was, you know, like putting things over my face and stuff, and it still stayed on, which is good. Now I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to start. It's a little bit later on in the day, like it's a lot later on in the day. It's nearly like dinner time. But, so I've got this thing. This was my idea. So this is this long thingamajiggy that I had bought around like last year. I think it was like my birthday time last year. And so I was going to, where's the string? I'm going to use this. So I'm going to cut these to be a bit shorter. So they're like the basis of my flower arrangement. So the look that I want is lots of these, but it's going to cost me a lot to buy lots of these. So I was going to try and kind of incorporate it with these, and those green ones that I bought, I have to straighten this fella out a bit. But if I kind of put that in there and add these, I feel like I should be able to make something work. But it's going to take me a bit of time. I'm going to have to think about it. So I'll eventually show you guys what it looks like. It probably won't be today.